And when you take Mel Gibson and his acting career, everything he's done is great. The man he's a great guy, he's a stud, He attracts all these women, and the director mind, and the writing mind, and everything that is in a ball of Mel Gibson's mind. Everything about Mel Gibson is just phenomenally speaking. It is just wonderful. But then you have the incident where Mel Gibson and his anti-Semitic rampage, if you will. When you take, something I talked about before, the sugar tits about the female cop, and then you take the bad publicity of that, and then you move it over to the anti-Semitism, where Mel Gibson say anti-Semitic things about, Jews, On one hand, I can disagree with it, but on the other hand, if you're Jewish, okay, and you're listening to this broadcast, and, Jews are great people. They really, really are. They really are. And they're money makers, they're great minds, their brains. Their brains are as big as their noses, I don't mean that in a way. I have a big nose, and I'm not Jewish, okay? I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. Just because Jesus is the truth, the way, and the light, doesn't mean that a Jew should hate me. And, the way that I have a big nose, I can make fun of people with big noses. So, Jews have brains the size of Mel Gibson's ego. And when you take the ego of Mel Gibson and his anti-Semitic rampage, and then you put it in the mainstream media, it's only going to blow up in the way that Jews are going to end up hating Mel Gibson, okay? And we can all agree that it started with Passion of the Christ. And you take Passion of the Christ, which, honestly speaking, I saw that movie 3 times in the theater. I have friends that could testify that I cried in the movie. And, I wasn't looking at it from a way that, Jews are bad for beating God, And, I wasn't mad and angry at Jews for that because, I wasn't looking at it from that viewpoint. I was looking at the point where God is suffering. And, you got this brilliant mind of Jesus Christ. And you see him here all bleeding on the floor and hung up on this cross and being sacrificed to the world in a way